Today I will address a frequent error I come across when patterning components on a curve. Let me explain where the error lies. As example, I have a component fixed in some assembly, and I start by adding an arc as guide curve. Remember, the arc must extend further than the reference point of your last component copy. I'll also add one construction line to visualize the radius of the curve. Dimension your radius and exit. Now it is time to add the curve-driven pattern, the incorrect way. Select the curve. I use the width of the component, use offset and tangent, and select the component to pattern. Now you can clearly see an overlap. However, if the radius is very large, this error is often overlooked and can only be spotted when zooming in tight. I have found this error in numerous AutoCAD and Vectorworks drawings from clients. The error lies, of course, with using the length of the component, 500 in this case. This is incorrect. For any curve-driven pattern, you need to use the arc length. Achieving this is quite simple. In the first sketch, I will define the arc length. The only required dimension is the arc radius. Sketch the arc segment. Add one construction line to visualize the radius. And dimension the radius of the segment. Then I take a measurement of the dimension of the arc. To do this, select the arc, hold down the Control key and select the first and last point. Leave this as a driven dimension. Now we can create the global variable arc length in two different ways. The first one is to link it to the driven value D2 at sketch 1. Here you could also add a spacing if required. The second way is to calculate the arc length by the formula 2 times pi times the radius times the sector angle over 360. This is the total circumference times the angle proportion the component represents. Now we can create the driving arc sketch again like we did in the first part. In this sketch, we can just add a co-radial relation to the arc section of the top sketch. Close the sketch and activate curve-driven component pattern. The only difference now is that we take the arc length variable as distance. Press the equal sign and select the variable. Select offset and tangent to line up on the curve. Select the component to pattern. Now the components will be accurately spaced for any value you change the radius to.